Hello, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is your Tarot, Oracle, and Rune reading for the week of July 17th to the 23rd, 2023. The rune that came out for you this week is Algiz, and this came out kind of on the side like this here. So it's neither upright nor reversed, it's kind of neutral, but that's what it looks like upright. And this is a rune of self-protection. People would wear this symbol like as a charm or something to really bring in protection for yourself, as well as healing and just really attracting good, healing, positive source energy into your life. And it kind of acts as a symbol of self-service, oh my gosh, why can't I talk right now? Self-protection and just self-interest, that's the word I was looking for. And I feel like having this come out this week, I don't know why, I've been getting some downloads recently for the collective. And I really sense a lot of people during this time need to be protecting their energy a bit more. I want you to just really take some time for yourself, Pisces. Like, separate yourself from the noise of the internet and other people for an evening, okay? And just really be by yourself and reflect on things right now. I do wonder if there are people in your life or who have kind of re-entered your life or entered your life who are acting out of self-interest, okay, and not necessarily approaching your connection from a place of wanting an equal give and take. You know, this is someone who is coming in and they know what they want, and it's something that is just for them. Now, we all act in that way a lot, but I just feel like Spirit is coming through to kind of not sternly say this, but like very caringly and concerningly, you need to protect your energy and take a look at the people in your life and see how they may be taking a lot of energy from you and not necessarily giving that energy back to you, okay? I had this message come through so strongly yesterday, just as a psychic download for the collective, not even just Pisces. And in particular, I feel like a lot of divine masculine, or masculine, let's just say that, souls, and we're not just talking about men, this is anyone with a high degree of masculine energy, and we all have divine feminine and masculine energies within us to varying proportions. Most people have one that is predominant, more predominant than the other. And I've been feeling recently that the divine masculine or the masculine energied folks have been doing a lot of taking recently. And there's been this collective message that I received yesterday that was talking about the divine feminine leaning more into itself, you know, reverting back, go back to the divine feminine. Literally, like, spend more time with your divine feminine friends and family members. And like I said, this doesn't necessarily have anything to do with gender. I would say that most people who identify as a certain gender, chances are they have more of that energy within them. Like, if someone identifies as feminine, they probably have a lot of divine feminine energy and vice versa. But I definitely feel like a lot of my subscribers, a lot of viewers, whether you're man or female, male or female, a lot of you do have predominantly divine feminine energy, because tarot itself is a very divine feminine way of operating. It's a divine feminine tool. The psychic gifts and that connection to spirit, it's divine feminine. So I want to say, regardless of your gender watching this right now, the message is to get yourself some protective amulets or jewelry, or, you know, you can even make something like a sigil like this and just carry it with you. Get a black stone of protection, like a black tourmaline, is that how you pronounce that? Obsidian. And just protect your energy. Go within yourself. You know, you don't necessarily, I feel like you've been overextending yourself for certain divine masculine people in your life. And like I said, take a night to just reflect. on the people who are coming into your energy field at this time and what they're asking of you, you know? I can give a personal example. Like, I had someone randomly like start talking to me again after many, many months of not talking. And, you know, they wished me happy birthday, whatever, you know, how are you doing? I explained how I was doing, and they're like, oh, that's cool. And then immediately starts going off into this whole tangent about how they, you know, need my assistance learning tarot, and can you interpret these spreads for me, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, you're literally like just using me. I mean, you know? So I don't know. That's an example, but look within your own life and see where you need to be protecting yourself. Next, we have mind and body, or body and mind in reverse. This is what it looks like upright. Beautiful card, beautiful deck. This is the Dreams of Gaia Tarot, I believe. And having this card in reverse shows me that there is a bit of an imbalance there that you need to focus on this week, okay? Or have you been too much in your head and not enough in your body, not enough in your physical environment? Or has it been the opposite? Have you been really in your physical body and just going along with your lust or your hunger or whatever, like your bodily whims, without necessarily being really in control of that? You need to bridge that imbalance this week for sure. So we might see that theme come up in the tarot cards. And then your energy oracle is patience in reverse. Pisces, what's going on? What is going on? I mean, patience in reverse to me is a message of impatience. So what is it that you have been rather impatient about recently? Leave a comment. But we're going to get more info on this. 9 cards, 3 rows of 3 as usual. First card out is the Two of Wands upright. So in the past few weeks and months, you probably have been really thinking about your life, where you want things to go. There might be a bit of a wanderlust here, wanting to travel the world, wanting to see more places, go to more cities, experience more success in business and career or family, whatever your ambitions are in life. There is a bit of a daydreaminess, like I want to see that, I want to do that, but there is kind of still a sense of being stuck at home or stuck in your environment. Maybe you don't have enough money to do what you want. Maybe you don't have the right resources, energy, circumstances, etc. So that's where you're coming from. That has been the past few weeks and months for you. Second card out, we see the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, this week is going to be good for all my business owners and freelancers, entrepreneurs, anyone with a side hustle. We see it working out wonderfully. If you have been working towards a career in which you're passionate about, like this is like beyond a hobby, this is a passion. We see a lot of success in that. I am also seeing personal fulfillment with the growth that you're making when it comes to your skills, when it comes to career, when it comes to kind of your path. You might be seeing some really good progress. If you're going to school, I don't know why I'm seeing schools for a lot of you. You're feeling really content with the progress that you're making, and maybe you're like nearing the end of a program or something like that. So that is fun. It's really exciting, and you're starting to prepare for that next phase. It to me feels like you are energetically at a point where you feel like something big is about to come into your life, monetarily, as well as like success-wise and with your skills. So that's really interesting, but we're gonna build upon that more as time goes on. So third card out for you is the Seven of Wands. Guys, look at this. This is literally the card of protection. Look, she's in her own little bubble. She has a force field around her because these 7 wands down here, they're all people who want something from her. Do you understand, Pisces? There are people in your energy field right now that I'm feeling that want something from you. And look at it. Here's why. We see here it's all dark down here, a little shadowy, but she has a light within that radiates and glows. She is thriving, glowing. You glow. You have light that radiates very strongly, okay? In this dark world, there's a lot of shadow in this world. There's a lot of darkness in the world, and it's not necessarily that I believe that that darkness is its own entity. I just believe that it's a separation from the light. To me, it's like, it's gonna sound nuts for some of you, but a lot of you are higher beings, you know, like you could be an earth angel. If you're unfamiliar with that term, it's essentially like an angelic spirit who decides to incarnate in a human body to kind of have fun down here on earth, but also like help people out. You could be a light worker, healer in some way. Just having a very strong internal drive your whole entire life to help others out. Many of you could even be a wounded healer archetype, meaning you had to go through some awful life circumstances, heal from that in order to get the healing blueprint that you need to help others heal. But one thing is for sure, if you're a Pisces and you're watching this, I feel that you have so much light radiating from you. You have a lot of good energy to give, okay, in many various ways. So I think this is the perfect visual representation of what we were picking up on. 7 people are holding these wands, wanting something out of you. And Spirit is saying protect your energy. Just because you're a healer, just because you're a light worker, just because you know things that other people don't know, just because you're a kind person and you want to give everyone a chance, just because you want to stay in contact with everyone, does not mean that you should. And Spirit is coming through with a very like serious tone, serious energy. Normally as a medium, as someone who talks to Spirit and spirits all the time, it's a very lighthearted, funny type of interaction most of the time, because I mean, you know, that's just the vibration that I like to operate on. But I do get like an undercurrent of seriousness behind Spirit's message here of saying like, you need to stop playing around when it comes to letting people who just want to use you into your life, okay? Or letting people take more than they should, okay? And Spirit is, I don't want to say warning you because that sounds so dangerous, and I'm not trying to like get these dark ideas in your head, but like just letting you know that you should not be tolerating something or someone. Here, protect your energy. I keep coming back to like protect your energy. Protect your energy. In fact, pause the video right now if you want to and set the intention. You know, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, I give you permission to completely protect me and make it extremely clear who I should not be connecting with and talking to. And in fact, you can completely remove them from my life right now at this time if you so please. Give your spirit guides and these higher beings that permission and just watch. This will be crazy for you. Just watch as people just disappear from your life like that, or just like the truth becomes illuminated like within days. You'll be startled, and I'm getting goosebumps saying this. You'll be startled by how quickly Spirit will work to show you who should not be in your life. And here's the thing, it's never a bad thing, okay? So you're ready to do this. Ask them to show you the truth. Crystal clear. I always set that intention too when I'm talking to my spirit guides. I'm like, I give you permission to make it so obvious to me what you're trying to say that it's like scary almost. Like, okay, message heard. And I also ask, you know, do it in a way that doesn't necessarily like harm me. You know, like you how do I put it? Like, I don't know. You'll find your own wording, but ask that from your angels, your spirit guides, your ancestors, whoever. Just do it, okay? Ask for that protection. You have to give higher spirits permission to work in your life, to enter into your reality and kind of alter your physical reality and change things here on the physical plane, because you have free will here, you know? So you really do have to give permission. Second row out, 4th card, we have the 10 of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, I love that. We go from 9 of Pentacles to 10 of Pentacles. Stunning. Yeah, more money's coming through for sure. Okay, it's becoming very clear to you as well, like who is and is not your people. And one thing I want to say here, Spirit is kind of showing me a vision of a lot of you leveling up in life. Specifically, like I said, if you're a freelancer, business owner, going to school for something you're really passionate about, or just trying to, like, you have a big ambition here that you're really passionately connected to. Spirit's showing me here, these past few weeks, you might have been a bit more successful in that, and you're kind of seeing where this can go and how it's growing, and there's like been a lot more hope around this ambition recently. And it's almost like they're saying around the time that success started happening, you also notice these people kind of wanting more attention from you, or like coming into your life at that time. And Spirit's saying that's not a coincidence, that you're inner light is shining brighter, which is attracting beautiful finances and happiness and great relationships. But also when your light shines brighter, it attracts people who aren't living in their authenticity. They don't know how to shine their own light from within, and so they kind of act as this sort of light vampire unknowingly. I'm not necessarily sensing malicious intent. For some of you, this could be conscious malicious intent, especially if they show signs of narcissism. But Spirit, this is a good reading. You have good things coming in for you. Your light is shining brighter, but I feel like Spirit just wants to sit down and have a long talk with you about like giving you almost a seminar. Like, listen, you're gonna be shining a lot brighter. There's gonna be a lot more blessings coming into your life at this time, as you can feel. You can even intuitively, psychically feel that we're gonna be bringing you a lot more blessings within the next few weeks and months. But we need to make you extremely aware that when your light shines brighter in this shadowy world, okay, which also has a lot of light as well, there are people who will try to feed off of that light, and you have to be a lot more, even more discerning than you were in the past. Like, the level of discernment you use when it comes to who you let into your energy field has to continuously increase as your success increases. Do you understand what I'm saying? When you are a public person, right? Like, say you're an influencer or a celebrity, you can't just let any old Joe Schmo have access to pictures of you or, your public affection and love, because let's just say you post them online. Everyone now knows that you're connected to them, and you also sent them all these embarrassing photos of yourself, whatever, and then you end up breaking their heart for whatever reason because they're Joe Schmo and you're, queen or king, whatever. They now have ammo to use against you. So it's like Spirit's saying, now this wouldn't have mattered back in the day when, I don't want to say when you were a nobody, but when you didn't have a public persona. But now it is something you have to actually take into consideration. Another thing here, and it doesn't have to do with public persona, this could even be if you have a child now, for example, you can't just let any old Joe Schmo into your home, into your heart, into your life, because that can potentially be dangerous for your child, or potentially just create a sense of instability. And it's Spirit is just simply saying the more light that you carry, I'm seeing you as a vessel, and you're carrying light. Spirit's saying we're pouring more light into you, or it's radiating from within you. You're holding on to more light for the world, okay? More responsibility for the world, more light for the world. The more you carry that, the more you have to protect your energy, protect that light, and be more discerning about who gets access to that light on a very personal level. So, for example, if you're a public persona, technically you could say everyone has access to this light that you're radiating. However, not everyone is in that vessel. How do I put this? This is such a strange vision I'm getting. When you let someone into your personal heart and personal life, and they know intimate details about you, that's different from someone publicly acknowledging your work, acknowledging who you are, So I don't know why I keep going back to this idea of influencers. It's just an example of this energy, for example, you could post pictures of your kids on Facebook, online, whatever. You're so cute, you're, whatever, this is my family, and some may say well, energetically you're attracting all these people, blah blah blah, whatever. That's one thing. Spirit's saying be more discerning when it comes to who you let into your heart, your personal time, space, and energy, okay? I hope that made sense. We're not going to linger on that message. Center of the spread, 10 of Cups reversed. Yup. Wow. Absolutely. Right next to that 10 of Pentacles here. Spirit's saying, you need to understand, we're trying to unlock this pinnacle for you right now, okay? All these blessings you've been working hard on manifesting and achieving, it's here. It is here in the present moment. And we want to kind of give you access to more of these blessings. But like we just said, you need to be more discerning. Center of your spread being the 10 of Cups reversed. 10 of Cups is a card of who is in your heart, your immediate home life, heart life. These are the people who have access to your personal phone number, to your heart, to your time. You schedule time for them, There's somewhere in this field here, there's this 7 of Wands, okay? They want something from you. And now, I'm not saying that they're an evil or bad person. Like, let me just clarify that. Because like I said, we all have been there in life, We've all, acknowledged and wanted a person in our life for something that they had to offer us. Whether it's, physical affection or fun outings or really good advice. There's benefits to other people in our life. And we keep other people in our life for those benefits. However, it's Spirit's saying, it's hard for me to describe this because I don't think this way, and I don't think you think this way, but Spirit is saying there are people who operate at a much lower vibration than you who do think this way, and it's in a way of just kind of unconsciously coming to you when they need your energy, getting hit off your energy, taking some of your light for themselves instead of manifesting that themselves. And Spirit's saying this isn't talked about a lot. It's hard to consciously understand because people don't talk about the subject that often. But your pure intentions when it comes to the people closest to you, your loved ones, your family, it's second nature. It's subconscious for you to just immediately give back the second you take from them. You feel obligated. If someone pays for your dinner, for example, if a friend pays for your dinner, you think to yourself, okay, well then I'm just gonna cook them a dinner next, or I'll take them out next. It's automatic in your brain. Or if someone really helps you out, it's almost like you feel, not that you feel bad, but you might feel a little bad, oh, well, I want to pay you back. It's immediate in your brain, and you're going to give that energy back. It's second nature for you, and it should be second nature for everyone. But Spirit's saying, not everybody is consciously aware of that, consciously or subconsciously aware of that equal give and take. So I don't know, just pay attention to that. That's what I want to say here. Interesting cards are coming out. 6th card out is 4 of Wands in reversed. Right next to that, 10 of Cups in reversed. Interesting, because these cards, 4 of Wands shows a some type of goal being reached here. And again, Spirit's saying pay attention to these people, because some people are sent as distractions from the shadows, okay? Does that make sense? I'm purely channeling right now, so some of this doesn't make sense to me. But some people who are good people, have a good heart, whatever, may be operating from a place of unresolved trauma or pain. And because of that, they have negative entities kind of hooked onto their spirit. And that negative entity causes them to I hate channeling stuff like this. I feel like the negative entity is trying to distract you from your mission on the planet to heal, it sounds nuts, to elevate others, to spread love, spread light, spread kindness, do your work. Because to me, it feels like for the past few weeks, you've been seeing some progress in your goals, probably quite quickly. And then it's this person came into your life and you're oh yeah, this will be so fun. We can hang out, we can talk, whatever. We can catch up, we can, reconcile. I don't know. And there's an undercurrent feeling within you of is this person using me? And I feel psychically it's been taking up a lot of your headspace, trying to figure this person out. And Spirit's saying, do you remember a few weeks back when things were going greatly in your life? You were moving things forward quite quickly, and you were very on schedule and excited about what you're manifesting in your life. But now this person comes in and kind of creates some confusion for you. You're in your head thinking are they using me? Are they not using me? But it feels nice to be around them. But that kind of confusion, Spirit's saying, can you see how this is preventing your success that is right here in the present moment from unfolding? That's why this message of protect your energy is coming through. Protect your energy. You don't have to create drastic measures like cutting anyone off, being mean to them. And I feel like that's where you're getting hung up, because it's like, I don't want to ghost anyone, be mean to them, cut them off, because you're a good person. So Spirit's saying, ask us for protection, okay? We will do it for you. And if you want, like, carry a protection amulet around just to protect your energy. Like, I don't allow that energy of being used into my energy space, into my field, into my home, anything. It's so sad to me that a lot of people aren't taught things like healing, grid work, like working with crystals, protective sigils, or anything. Like, for example, when I got this home, I immediately protected it. Like, I smoke cleansed every single room in this house, and I painted protective sigils onto the front and back door underneath the paint. So protective and welcoming, okay? Welcoming for any good energies, and protective, keeping away any bad energies. And I infused so much magic into this home. I buried crystals in a lot of my potted plants, and with the intentions of growing abundance and, again, protection. People don't know this magic anymore. It's not very common. But after I moved in here and I did all of that, because previously I was living with negative people, and I just couldn't do it the same. I saw people leave my life left and right. Very toxic people that I could see in retrospect. This was many years ago. Very toxic people immediately left my life. Like, they were repelled to come to this house, to enter in this home. And beautiful people came into my life who were much better friends and lovers and all that. So I'm seeing a great need for you to do this stuff, guys. So look into that this week. Final row, we have the Four of Swords. Yep, healing. Some of you might be literally healing from some type of physical ailment as well. I'm seeing here with the Four of Swords here. All right, so if you've been dealing with anything physical, I definitely see you taking some time to heal from that. We have the Seven of Cups reversed. Yep, this is that confusion right underneath Ten of Cups. Confusion that someone's bringing you, because you're like, I feel like they're a good person. There's a lot of potential here, but there's like a weird undercurrent going on. I don't know if you're using me or not. There might even be some suspicious energies. Okay, and you're getting so caught up in your mind thinking about this, contemplating, asking your spirit guides and the universe like for help. Maybe you're even getting readings on YouTube about it, which is so funny because I do readings like that all the time. But Spirit's saying, do you see how this is distracting you from your success? Okay, it's time to start focusing within again. Final card out is the Star reverse. Oh my gosh, right underneath that Four of Wands reverse, guys. Guys, this energy is blocking your dream, and you are doing so good. Spirit is saying, protect your energy. Keep focusing on the dream. Keep focusing on the ambition. For real. Like, don't let someone come in and screw this up. You know what this is reminding me of, honestly? In the past few years, those movies where it's like taking a look at famous musicians' lives. Like, there was Elvis, which was great acting in that movie. And the that Queen movie about Queen, the band, and the Elton John movie. We saw in all of these people's lives, these were real people, are real people, that it's like the second they started to become really, like, people are digging them, they're on the precipice of fame, on the precipice of fortune, because what they have to offer is so bright. Their light that they're carrying is shining so greatly through what they do, their music, their whatever. And they're on the brink of blowing up. Did you notice how in all of these movies, they had sharks in their life around them? Managers, people who wanted to maximize their light, instead of creating that light for themselves. They're sharks, they're predators. They try to manipulate the situation so that all of the light that is being radiated from this person, we live in a reflective universe, that light will be radiated back to that person in the form of abundance. So in the form of a lot of money, a lot of fame, a lot of happiness, beautiful relationships, everything, whatever. But the sharks, the manipulators that were in that famous person's life, somehow found a way to manipulate all that light that was supposed to go back to that person coming to them. Like, okay, you're radiating all this light and all that light's coming back to you, but I'm like gonna siphon it so that you only get like 10% and I get like 90%. So, ooh, wow, what a message. How is that happening in your life right now, guys? Because I'm seeing that happening in your life, and it could happen in so many different ways. Like, maybe, for example, it's a simple way that a lot of people might be able to relate to. Maybe your health is improving, you're getting better. Maybe you've been getting really fit, just really energetic, whatever. And then it's like you have someone siphoning that energy away from you by like only wanting you for your body, only using you for like sex stuff, or not really wanting, you know, to invest in you, commit to you. Like they just want, you know, that physical stuff, but they're siphoning your light. Okay, that's an example of how this can unfold. So, and I'm not saying that's your example, but like I said, take a night off and just think about things. Think about how people may or may not be doing this. I'm not asking you to be untrusting of the people around you, but like I said, do some protection work. Your spirit guides got your back. They'll help make it obvious for you who this is and is not, which is why I'm saying, like, set the intention in your spirit guides. Make it extremely clear to me who this is, who this isn't, and I give you full reign to protect me from this energy, not even allow it in my life. And so it is, and then just trust that it's happening. That trust is what puts it into cement. Okay. Thank you for joining me, guys. Definitely watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus this week to get the fullest overview of your week ahead, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.